People with swallowing problems, known as dysphagia, may require modification to the texture of their food and liquids to help improve swallowing safety and to get the nutrition and hydration they need. Thickened liquids may help with swallowing safety by slowing down the movement of liquids in the mouth and throat. The use of Resource ThickenUp Clear will allow you to prepare thickened liquids that are lump-free and maintain the original appearance, color, and taste while providing the desired thickness or viscosity needed to help with swallowing. Resource ThickenUp Clear is a xanthan gum-based thickener that can help you easily achieve different levels of viscosity or liquid thickness using less product than a starch-based thickener. Thickened liquids may be classified based on their rate of flow, thickness, or consistency. Resource ThickenUp Clear may be used to thicken liquids which align with the International Dysphagia Diet Standardization Initiative classification standards, also referred to as IDDSI, or to different consistency levels such as nectar-like, honey-like, or pudding-like. Resource ThickenUp Clear may be used to prepare both single-serving portions or larger bulk quantities of thickened liquids. This video demonstrates how to thicken liquids in bulk using Resource ThickenUp Clear. 3 different methods for thickening in bulk will be demonstrated. Depending upon your preference and equipment available, choose the method of thickening that works best for you. Each preparation method may be used to thicken a variety of hot and cold liquids. Fluids thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear are amylase resistant, which means that the thickened liquids will maintain a stable viscosity or thickness during saliva contact in the mouth or in a glass. In this video, we will demonstrate how to prepare thickened liquids to achieve an IDDSI consistency level 2 mildly thick or nectar-like liquid. First, we will demonstrate how to thicken a bulk quantity of a clear liquid, adding Resource ThickenUp Clear to water using a wire whisk. For the best results, begin by adding the measured amount of water to a large quantity container. Measure the amount of Resource ThickenUp Clear needed to achieve the desired thickness. Refer to the Resource ThickenUp Clear preparation chart for guidance on the amount of powder to use. Begin whisking as you add the Resource ThickenUp Clear to the container. Whisk briskly for 30 seconds. Allow a minimum of 5 minutes for the thickened water to reach the desired thickness. Resource ThickenUp Clear will not change the appearance, odor, or taste of the water or other liquids. Liquids thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear can be held covered at a refrigerator temperature for 24 hours. For best results, stir before serving. The thickness of liquids can easily be measured using a gravity flow test. You need 2 10-milliliter slip-tip syringes as shown and a stopwatch. The syringe has a measured length of 61.5 millimeters from the 0 milliliter line to the 10 milliliter line. It is important to check the barrel length of the syringe, as some 10 milliliter syringes may actually hold more liquid and alter the results of the flow test. Use 2 slip-tip syringes for the flow test. Remove the plunger from one syringe and set aside. Cover the nozzle of this syringe with your finger to create a seal. Using the second syringe, fill the syringe up to the 10 milliliter line with the fluid to be tested. Remove your finger from the nozzle at the same time as starting the stopwatch. At 10 seconds, replace your finger over the nozzle to stop the liquid from flowing. Measure the liquid remaining in the syringe and compare to the suggested IDDSI thickness flow test reference level. Resource ThickenUp Clear does not form lumps and achieves the appropriate viscosity or thickness without continuing to thicken over time, as you can see with the IDDSI testing for level 2 mildly thick. Once fluids are thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear, they are stable at that viscosity. You cannot add additional Resource ThickenUp Clear or fluid to achieve a different new viscosity or thickness. Resource ThickenUp Clear can be used to thicken a variety of hot or cold liquids such as juices, coffee, tea, milk, carbonated beverages, and broth. We will demonstrate how to thicken a bulk quantity of orange juice with Resource ThickenUp Clear using a hand blender. For the best results, begin by adding the measured amount of juice to a large container. Measure the amount of Resource ThickenUp Clear needed to achieve the desired thickness and pour into a small container. Refer to the Resource ThickenUp Clear preparation chart for guidance on the amount of powder to use. Begin blending before adding the Resource ThickenUp Clear to the orange juice. Add Resource ThickenUp Clear into the juice while blending. Blend for 30 seconds at a low, slow speed. Allow a minimum of 5 minutes for the thickened juice to reach the desired viscosity or thickness. Resource ThickenUp Clear will not change the appearance, odor, or taste of the juice or other liquids. Liquids thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear can be stored covered in the refrigerator for 24 hours. For best results, stir before serving. Resource ThickenUp Clear will not form lumps and achieves appropriate viscosity without continuing to thicken over time. Be sure to check your consistency using IDDSI testing methods such as we show here for level 2. Once fluids are thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear, the solution is stable at that viscosity. You cannot add additional Resource ThickenUp Clear or fluid to achieve a different viscosity. Now we will use the blender to prepare a bulk quantity of thickened oral nutrition supplement, Resource 2.0, using Resource ThickenUp Clear. Oral nutrition supplements come in a diverse range of flavors and nutrient profiles. The composition of an oral nutrition supplement may affect the amount of thickener required to achieve a desired viscosity. It is suggested to test each oral nutrition supplement individually using the IDDSI testing methods to determine the appropriate amount of thickener to use to reach the desired thickness. For best results, use of a blender is suggested when preparing thickened oral nutrition supplements. Begin by adding the measured quantity of oral nutrition supplements to the blender. Measure the total amount of Resource ThickenUp Clear needed, either by using the blue scoop provided or by weighing the amount of Resource ThickenUp Clear on a kitchen scale. Add the measured amount of Resource ThickenUp Clear to the blender and blend immediately at a slow speed for 30 seconds. Do not overblend, as product can become stringy in appearance. For oral nutrition supplements and fluid milk, allow a minimum of 15 minutes to reach the desired viscosity or thickness. Resource ThickenUp Clear will not change the appearance, odor, or taste of the oral nutrition supplement or other liquids. Liquids thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear can be held covered at a refrigerator temperature for 24 hours. For best results, stir before serving. Resource ThickenUp Clear does not form lumps and achieves the appropriate viscosity without continuing to thicken over time, as you can see with the IDDSI testing for consistency level 2, mildly thick. Once fluids are thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear, the solution is stable at that viscosity. You cannot add additional Resource ThickenUp Clear or fluid to achieve a different viscosity. As you have seen, all preparation methods are valid and will obtain the desired consistency without changing the appearance, color, odor, or taste of the beverage while providing the required viscosity for swallowing. Tips for success. Mixes easily into hot and cold beverages. When thickening coffee and tea, add milk, cream, or sugar to your beverages before adding Resource ThickenUp Clear. When thickening carbonated beverages, first stir the beverage for 5 seconds before adding Resource ThickenUp Clear to release some of the carbonation. Oral nutrition supplements and other protein-dense drinks, such as milk with varying fat levels, may require different amounts of Resource ThickenUp Clear and have slightly different mixing instructions. Please ask your Nestle Health Science Territory Manager for advice on using Resource ThickenUp Clear with these products. Allowed to stand for a minimum of 15 minutes to achieve desired viscosity or thickness. Good to know. Use the same amount of Resource ThickenUp Clear whether the liquids being thickened are hot or cold. The volume of Resource ThickenUp Clear needs to be accurately measured to achieve the desired viscosity or thickness. The volume of beverage needs to be accurately measured to achieve the desired viscosity or thickness. Once fluids are thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear, they remain at that viscosity. You will be unable to change the thickness by adding more product or fluids. Resource ThickenUp Clear is amylase resistant, which means that fluids that have been thickened will not become thinner or change their viscosity when they come into contact with saliva. Liquids thickened with Resource ThickenUp Clear do not continue to thicken over time once the desired thickness is reached. For more information, you can refer to our Nestle Health Science Canada site or IDDSI site for testing liquids.